today's video, I'll tell you the story of how a treatment for sensitive skin conquered the hearts of Korean soldiers and went on to become the #1 best-selling moisturizer in South Korea. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time you visit this channel, my name is Odile and I work in marketing and advertising in the Korean beauty industry. On this channel, I use my professional experience to bring you informative content on Korean beauty trends and history. So if you'd like to take your K-beauty knowledge to the next level, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. In today's video, I'll talk about a cult Korean skincare product that rose to fame for its extraordinary ability to rescue irritated and sensitive skin, and went on to become the #1 best-selling moisturizer for the past 3 consecutive years in Korea. I'm talking about Dr. G's Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. You might remember that I already talked about Dr. G's Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream 2 years ago, when I told you how it helped me recover my skin when I developed contact dermatitis from wearing a face mask. This year, Dr. G launched a new version of the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. So in this video, I'll talk about this new release, tell you why this cream became so popular in Korea in the first place, and finally give you a complete comparison of all the different versions of this cream available on the market. The Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream is a moisturizer designed to rescue sensitive skin by providing skin barrier support and instant relief from redness and irritation. The cream has a very unusual story. It was originally launched in 2014, but only started to gain traction in Korea around 2016, when it became the #1 top-selling skincare product in military bases. Some of you probably already know this, but under South Korean law, all male citizens between the ages of 18 and 35 are required to serve in the military for about 2 years. Once they enlist, conscript soldiers are not allowed to leave the base unless they're officially on leave. And for this reason, on military bases there are shops where soldiers can purchase food and basic necessities at a discounted price. These shops are called PX stores. In PX stores, soldiers can also buy things like toiletries and cosmetics at lower prices. Some of these products can also be found in regular shops, but most cosmetics sold in PX stores are not usually available in official retail channels. To sell products at a very discounted price without losing too much money, most beauty brands create special editions of their products only for PX stores. Compared to the standard editions of these products, PX cosmetics usually have stripped down, no-frill formulas, and this allows beauty companies to sell these products at a very low price without lowering the market value of their products. And that's exactly what Dr. G did in 2014. They launched a standard version of the Red Blemish Clear Cream available in regular shops, and one only for PX stores. But contrary to their expectations, the standard version went almost unnoticed in Korea when it was first launched, whereas the version launched in PX stores became an instant hit among soldiers. In fact, soldiers discovered that after a long day of intense training under the scorching sun, the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream could provide instant relief from redness and irritation, and even rescue skin from breakouts. Once the soldiers completed their military service, they started raving about the cream online and recommending it to friends and family. So thanks to word of mouth, Dr. G's Red Blemish line slowly started to gain a cult following, until in 2019, the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream was officially recognized as the #1 best-selling moisturizer in South Korea, a title that Dr. G still holds to this day. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this year Dr. G relaunched the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream with a new formula. The new formulation feels overall very similar to the previous one, so if you liked the previous version, I think it's very likely that you like the new one too. Like the previous version, the cream has a soft, bouncy texture that feels instantly fresh on the skin upon application. As you can probably tell from the name of the product, the cream was mainly designed with acne-prone skin in mind. And for this reason, the oil content of the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream is very low. This doesn't mean that the cream is extremely lightweight like a gel. The formula simply uses glycerin and silicones instead of more occlusive oils to provide skin barrier support without potentially clogging your pores. The cream forms a thin protective film on the surface of the skin that mimics the function of your natural skin barrier and keeps it hydrated and protects it from external aggressors. And this is especially helpful if you're trying to recover a damaged skin barrier. The protective film formed by the cream feels light on the skin, but is not 100% invisible. So I think if you have very oily skin and you live in a country with a tropical climate, it's very likely that the cream will be too heavy for you. And in that case, I recommend going for one of the lotions from the same line or one of the other creams that I'll show you later. If you have dry skin on the other hand, you'll probably find that this cream on its own is not enough moisturizing. I myself have a very dry skin and this is one of my favorite soothing skincare products. But it's simply because I don't use it as my main moisturizer. Dry skin lacks both water and oil, so over the years I learned that the most effective way to set up my skincare routine is the following. One hydration step, one middle step and one oil step. The hydration step includes products with very lightweight formulas that mainly supply water to the skin. Usually these are toners, first essences, first treatments and so on. The middle step consists of products that supply both water and oil. Usually this step includes rich serums and lotions. Lastly, the oil step consists of mainly occlusive products. In daytime, this step usually consists of a cream or a sunscreen with additional skin barrier support. And at night, I replace the sunscreen with a heavier cream. I use the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream in the middle step as a soothing lotion and seal it in with something heavier. So if you have very dry skin and you're breaking out because you have a damaged skin barrier and you're looking for a barrier cream with a minimal oil content that won't potentially aggravate your breakouts, this is how you can make this cream work for you. In terms of soothing properties, the new Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream that came out this year was improved with double the amount of soothing ingredients of the previous version and feels overall even more soothing. The cream doesn't contain fragrance, alcohol or essential oils and is suitable for sensitive skin. In the next part of the video, I'll give you a complete comparison of all the creams in the franchise, starting from the legendary Red Blemish Clear Cream. The Red Blemish Clear Cream is the cream that earned Dr. G's Red Blemish line a cult following in Korea. It was originally launched only in military stores and quickly became a sensation among soldiers for its extraordinary ability to provide instant relief for irritated and sensitive skin. To this day, the cream is only available in PX stores officially, but due to its insane popularity, many people started to resell it online. And the thing got so out of hand that a few years ago, PX stores had to set a limit of 5 creams per customer. The Red Blemish Clear Cream feels overall quite similar to the standard version. It's a very lightweight moisturizer with a soft mousse texture that absorbs well into the skin and feels instantly soothing upon application. The main difference I noticed with the standard version is that the Red Blemish Clear Cream feels lighter on the skin. I find that the protective film formed by the Red Blemish Clear Cream is a lot thinner compared to the one of the standard version, so the cream feels more invisible on the skin. I think if you have very oily skin or you live in a tropical country, you'll probably like the PX version more than the standard version. In terms of soothing properties, the Red Blemish Clear Cream feels very similar to the standard version. And like the standard version, it doesn't contain fragrance, alcohol or essential oils. Next, meet the Red Blemish Clear Moisture Cream. The Clear Moisture Cream is the latest addition to Dr. G's best-selling Red Blemish line. It's a more moisturizing cream designed for dry and sensitive skin. Compared to the standard version that we saw before, the Red Blemish Clear Moisture Cream forms a stronger protective film on the surface of the skin, while still maintaining a low oil content. If you have very dry skin, you'll probably find that this cream is still too light for you. Despite being more emollient than the standard version, I still feel the need to top it off with something heavier. In terms of soothing properties, the Red Blemish Clear Moisture Cream provides instant relief upon application. However, I must say that the other creams in the franchise feel slightly more soothing. Once again, the Red Blemish Clear Moisture Cream doesn't contain fragrance, alcohol or essential oils. Next, there's the Red Blemish Cica Soothing Cream. The Cica Soothing Cream is a rebalancing moisturizer that combines the soothing properties of the Red Blemish franchise with the latest advancements in skin microbiome research. The cream was formulated with a patented ingredient that was jointly developed by Dr. G and a Korean cosmetic manufacturing company called Cosmax. In recent years, Cosmax has been heavily investing in skin microbiome research, which is the study of the natural ecosystem of good bacteria that live on the skin. In 2021, Cosmax made the headlines in the world for launching the first platform dedicated to analyzing skin microbial genome information collected from individuals from different backgrounds. The platform uses AI to identify common patterns related to various skin conditions and to create targeted solutions. Dr. G's Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream was one of the first commercial applications of Cosmax research on the skin microbiome. The cream was formulated with a patented probiotic complex that was developed to restore the natural balance of the skin and relieve irritation at the same time. The Cica Soothing Cream is the lightest cream in the franchise, and its oil content is almost zero. The cream has a bouncy pudding texture that feels extremely fresh and hydrating on the skin. So if you have very dry skin, keep in mind that you won't be able to use it as your main moisturizer. As you can see, the texture of the cream is light green, but it's simply a natural result of the plant extracts in the formula. The cream doesn't contain any artificial colorants. If you're struggling with extreme redness and irritation, the Cica Soothing Cream is a lifesaver that delivers intense relief immediately upon application. The formula contains 300 times the amount of Centella asiatica complex found in the standard version, along with an additional skin soothing complex. So out of all the creams in the Red Blemish franchise, the Cica Soothing Cream is the one that feels the most soothing. Like all creams in the Red Blemish franchise, the Cica Soothing Cream doesn't contain fragrance, alcohol or essential oils. Lastly, meet the Red Blemish Cica S Cream XX. The last product is quite different from the other creams in the line. The Cica S Cream is in fact a rich balm designed for very dry and sensitized skin. The cream forms an occlusive film on the surface of the skin that mimics the function of a healthy skin barrier. This occlusive film provides both instant and long-term benefits. From the very first application, the cream will prevent the skin from losing hydration and protect it against external aggressors. and over time, it will also help to restore your natural skin barrier. Compared to the other creams in the franchise, the Cica S cream has a higher oil content and feels overall more rich and nourishing. But despite the occlusive formula, the cream quickly sinks into the skin without stickiness or grease, so you can wear it comfortably under sunscreen or makeup. The Cica S cream was reformulated last year, and the latest edition of the product contains 49 times the amount of Centella asiatica of the original formula. Plus, it also contains the patented probiotic complex that was developed for the Cica soothing cream I mentioned before. As someone who tried the previous version, I can confirm that the latest edition of the product feels a lot more soothing. And I also find that there was a major improvement in the absorption of the formula. The original formula was a lot heavier, which made it difficult to wear it during the day. Whereas this new edition is still an occlusive balm, but it's absorbed better and doesn't sit on the skin as much. Once again, the Cica S cream doesn't contain fragrance, alcohol or essential oils. That was all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content on Korean beauty. See you next time. Bye!